All right. Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon from whatever part of the world you're listening to. Welcome to this, should I call it morning? Yeah, this morning's podcast show, and I'm honored to have very important guests from Nexuspay. Yeah, so today we just wanna have a conversation around uh, financial inclusivity in Africa with blockchain technology. And Nexuspay is what is revolutionizing this. And I think it's better to have a conversation with the founders themselves. So yeah, Griffin and Nashon, welcome to DYOR podcast show. Feel free to introduce yourselves in whichever manner you like, and then we get this conversation rolling.
Yeah, thank you, Hazard, for inviting us for today's session. My name is Nashons, co-founder at Nexuspay. Uh, yeah, more inclined towards the development part of the product.
All right.
Hey guys. Hey, first before I introduce myself, hey Azad, I want to commend the good work you're doing, man. And I do watch and listen up to your podcast like time and again. Kudos, man. Keep it going.
Yeah, thank
To
you.
me, so Griffin Sedwell, co-founder Nexuspay, and I'm in both development side and in more of the operation side. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to our show. So thank you so much for the uh, thumbs up. So at DYR we aim at, making sure everyone in the world knows about blockchain and crypto. So we try to demystify it as much as possible, and also share the amazing works that people are doing on chain. People like Griffin and Nations, and a lot more people that we always bring on board. So I'll take this one. So Nexuspay is it's a trailblazing financial platform, and its aim is to reshape the landscape of digital transactions in Africa. Well, they do this by integrating the convenience of mobile money with the robustness of blockchain technology. So their services are designed to cater the diverse needs of African markets, providing innovative solutions to everyday financial challenges. Now, in Africa, mobile money is probably perhaps the most prominent. We use mobile money frequently because I guess it's more convenient and even cheaper. To own a smartphone is a bit cheaper, so that's why everything regarding finance revolves around mobile money. There's no luxury of ATMs spread across the continent, so mobile money is most prominent. Perhaps I give a few examples like Safaricom in Kenya, I think Momo in Uganda, there is Vodafone. I'm not sure about the other country, but yeah, that's what happens across Africa. Now, Nexuspay has incorporated the beautiful technology of blockchain and mobile money to now spin up financial inclusivity in Africa. So this brings us to our next conversation. What is Nexuspay? What is Nexuspay? It's better to hear it from the inventors themselves. What is Nexuspay?
Not sure, do you want to check this or I check this?
You can take and then I can iterate on.
Oh, yeah, nice. Well, You know what Nexus means, right? It's more of an interconnection. And you know what pay means. Pay is now a form of transaction. So ideally Nexuspay is an interconnected payment system. It's a digital payment solution through stablecoins using phone numbers, and it has convenience through tap to pay and scan to pay. Yeah, in simple words, that's what Nexuspay is.
Yeah, Nashon, would you be kind enough to
Yeah,
add more flesh to its definition?
so I think Griffins has really simplified of the definition of the product, Nexus and Pay. Yeah, so basically it's a stablecoin based payment platform where we allow, like, for example, in Kenya, people are used to move M-Pesa. Everywhere you go, even the list of the lowest businesses, they accept M-Pesa. So people are used to mobile money. So we tried to figure out a way where we can bring use of stable coins to beat inflation using the normal payment system, that is mobile money. So what you do is you can send someone any amount using their mobile numbers instead of the long crypto wallet addresses. As well, you can pay the merchants using till numbers, or as well they can accept phone numbers, their personal phone numbers. But we also bring the point of for the merchants where they have their till numbers, so you can pay for anything using your stable coin using a local interface. When you go to the shop or whichever place you go, you will input the amount in Kenyan shilling. Like let's say a bottle of water costs 30 Kenyan shillings. You will input 30 Kenyan shillings, not the dollar equivalent. That is, I don't know, $0.15. I don't know. You will input Kenyan shilling in the interface, but behind the scenes, everything is in stable coins. So what it does is takes the Kenyan shilling equivalent and then it subtracts from the back end sides of things, it subtracts the US dollar equivalent. So it's a local interface where people can't even know they're using stable coins, but all their money is stored in stable coin. And we are trying to start with USDC for the start. Yeah, and then we'll integrate other stable coins. So basically that's what Nexuspay. You send your friends or anybody using phone number, you pay merchants using till numbers. As well, cross-border payments where now someone can pay you using your phone number, or you can also use the wallet addresses because wallet address now is universal. So you can just take your wallet address for someone in the US, and then using just their MetaMask or any other wallet, they can send you, and then you receive it locally. So it's by core design of blockchain is always borderless. Yeah. So we are leveraging the borderless way of blockchain to do cross-border transactions.
Yeah, I think you've already started talking about the amazing features that Nexuspay offers, and just wanna emphasize to the listeners who probably do not know what a stablecoin is. So in blockchain, rather in crypto, a stablecoin is I'll give a literal example using the most dominant currency, that is US dollar. So a stablecoin is the now crypto representation of US dollar in the ratio of 1 to 1. So one US dollar is equivalent to, in this case they are using USDC. So one USDC is equivalent to one US dollar. And at Nexuspay they're leveraging on this, perhaps to curb volatility in the crypto space. We all know how volatile other crypto are. I'll use the most dominant, like Bitcoin. At one time it's 40K, another time it's $37,000, at some point it's 60K. So using stable coins will kind of settles the volatility in market. So this is also a really cool thing for people who don't really spend their time on crypto and worrying about much of that. So you just use your Nexuspay without worrying much about volatility. And then uh, the Nexuspay team has also said that you use it without even knowing about the underlying technology, and that's something that I think is really important to onboard people on blockchain technology and the products, because honestly sometimes it can be a bit sophisticated for an average user who has just come into the space and they find all these terms. And for instance, using dexes, like a while ago I was trying to swap from one token to another, and if you're new, you might end up losing most of your stuff. So you have to know what you're doing. But I think from Griffin and Nashon's explanation, they have kind of abstracted. We are going to talk about abstraction later. Abstracted all that techie stuff. So all we have to do is just tap that. They talked about tapping to pay. It automatically converts USDC to your local currency, which is an amazing feat that we have to talk about. Yeah, so this brings us to actually the next step, which are the key features of Nexus Pay. We have been talking about it since the podcast begins, but now we want to understand how you manage to pull this off. And before we actually move to that, I'd like to hear from the team what actually inspired you guys to come up with this amazing product. Like, what problem were you trying to solve? Yeah, because the reason I'm curious about this, nowadays people just create solutions to non-existent problems. So I may have to give you a chokehold on this. For example, there's already M-Pesa, so why Nexus Pay? Something like that. What are you trying to solve?
Yeah. So, Frank, well, this from a life story. We didn't just solve a problem and decided to solve it.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually a problem we ourselves felt. And then decided to delve into it and tried to do some market research. But the story is, a while back, me and Nashon, me and Nashon we've been friends for a while. And then it happened, we got hired the same company remotely. And then, of course, we opted for an option of being paid in like crypto. And then sometimes they override that and maybe do bank payments. So we've had challenges like from both cases, both sides of the coin. Yeah. So what happened with the crypto? There was like first the remittance cost, man, was crazy. Like it was super high. And then the crypto options that we were being paid in also had so many setbacks. And then again, when we opted back to the bank side, we also faced a number of challenges. And it was like, oh, no, now this is too much. So, based on that, we decided how could we like go about this? Because I know lots and lots of guys who work remotely then and now. So we decided to like ask around, hey, so how do you get to like what are the challenges? And then the challenges mostly were what we was facing. So it means it's not just the 100 guys class ask us that question, it means it's a challenge that's there. And then from there, we decided, hey, so this is what's happening. We both devs. What do we do about it? Are we able to change it? Yeah, clearly, we was in a position to do something about it. And then we looked and said, hey, so the solution to that will to come all those challenges will have will have this feature, do this, do that. So that's how Nexuspay, that's our Nexuspay inception. It was all about the challenges we were facing, and we did that market research, and based on that, we sorted for suitable solution to the existing challenges.
Well,
yeah.
That story actually reminds me of a show I actually did with the founder of Phone Bank. I'm not sure if you've heard of Phone Bank before.
Yeah.
So Phone Bank.
I did hear the podcast.
Yeah, Phone Bank is just it's an amazing technology that allows you to convert your excess airtime to crypto and crypto to airtime. So it's an amazing product. And from what I'm gathering from your story, you are facing challenges of cross-border payments because maybe you live in Kenya and you work for a Brazilian company and now they need to pay you, but it's taking too much time with the bank or whichever means you are using. So this is how Nexuspay inception came about. Now,
but actually, it wasn't just about the cross-border challenges.
Yeah, that's just one of them.
Okay, of course, we're in Kenya and we now have crypto. Nobody is accepting crypto, right?
Oh, yeah.
At least there are few guys right now accepting crypto, but it's not widely adopted. And then doing the whole conversion and all had so much exchange fees and oh man, all round the cycle was challenges.
So
from
cross-border,
receiving funds
on-ramp,
from the employer, and then trying to pay your bills.
Okay.
Because crypto is not widely adopted. Yeah. So it was local and
international,
global challenges that pushed for Nexuspay's invention.
Maybe to add on that is when you were being paid in of course we used to receive payments in DAI. We all used to be paid in DAI stablecoin. So you were like, why don't we spend in DAI? Why should we convert this DAI to the local currency? Yeah. So why don't we just spend in DAI? So we just thought of maybe building a local interface where all your assets are in dollars, but you spend in Kenyan shillings.
Yeah.
So we just wanted people to be their own bank because Nexuspay is self-custodial. You don't own any users' money. So you be your own bank in the first place. You spend in stable coins, so you're beating inflation in the first place. Because this year, the Kenyan shilling it has inflated by what percent? Is it?
It's like over 27, man.
And even if you look at the Nigeria, I think Nigeria had the highest inflation in Africa this year. So you see that. Yeah. So and funny thing is in Africa, most of the people who receive money from abroad are from Nigeria, Kenya, and South Africa. So the Nigerians, why don't they just spend because even if you look at the USDT or the stablecoin value, you find that most of them are going to Nigeria. Over half of the entire stablecoin circulation in Africa, half of it was in Nigeria. So it means these people are receiving stablecoin. So we want a solution where they just spend the stablecoin. They don't have to change the stablecoin to the local naira or the stablecoin to Kenyan shilling. So we do this by making the merchants themselves to accept the stablecoins. So it's even a favor to the merchants because at the end of the year, let's say people who store their savings in Kenyan shillings, they have lost 27% of their value of their money. What if they stored in USD? They could be at 27% better. So you see, so that's the one of the reasons why we thought of this product.
So that actually has already kickstarted our next conversation, which is now the key features of Nexuspay. Perhaps you could talk about. I think that is on cross-border payments and inflation control. If I'm wrong, am I right?
That's inflation cross-border.
Yeah, so Nexuspay facilitates cross-border payments, and it offers a stable and reliable currency option in USDC. So this helps mitigate inflation impacts, and you can hold your payment in DAI or whichever stablecoin. Then perhaps if you want to go to the supermarket. Oh yeah, I was just giving a literal example. So in this case, USDC. Maybe I'm working for an American company. They pay me in USDC, so I can just provide my Nexuspay wallet, and then when I'm in the supermarket, of course, the supermarket does not know what USDC is, so Nexuspay automatically converts to Kenyan shilling. Then I buy whatever I'm buying. What is another fascinating feature? I mean, could we just talk about all the features that Nexuspay offers to its current and future users? Maybe we can take turns.
I can start, and then I know people are more financial.
All right.
So maybe to start with is pay using phone numbers. I don't have to cram that entire wallet address. What I need to do is input my phone number, and then I send someone, like I put the receiver's phone number, and then they receive the crypto amount that they need. The next one is scan to pay, where you just go to the merchants or the supermarket, and then you scan the QR code, and then you pay, you input the amount. Because when you scan the QR code, it will extract the merchant's details, phone number, and the wallet address.
Hold up. So just on the phone number thing, are you using what technology do you use? Account abstraction? What?
Yeah, Nexuspay is entirely relying on account abstraction.
Okay, so that's how you manage to tie the phone number to the wallet address.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you talked about scan to pay. Is it scan? Okay, scan to pay, where a QR code is provided.
Yeah.
Well, every user sort of have their custom QR. So the minute I scan your Nexuspay QR code, definitely we connected. Now I'm prompted to enter an account, and then we are connected. And then the minute I enter the amount, and then release the funds, you receive the funds, and that also applies to tapping to pay. The minute you tap your gadget, and then you have Nexuspay set up, definitely we're connected, and I'm prompted to release funds.
That's another feature, tap to pay.
Yeah, actually that's so essential in bus. Like right now when you board the common bus service in Kenya is Super Metro and maybe local. So these people, they have to take your phone, they input their phone number, or they use phone numbers. So they have to input their phone number. You see, if it was like in the pandemic period during COVID, lots of people could be having the conductor COVID. So you see, that's unique person's phone number. Contagious diseases get spread. So okay, like that's not the why.
You're even solving pandemics. Amazing.
Yeah, that's just a collateral reason. It's like the direct reason. So what happens is just tap your phone to the conductor's NPC, they are NFC readers, not NFC readers. Or we are also thinking of an option of just using their phones as NFC readers. So, and you just tap and then you input the amount of your fare, and then that's it. In a second, everything is done. If you see, I know you people have used Apple Pay in supermarkets or even local banks offer tap to pay. Many people do offer tap to pay. So it's just tapping and then everything is done. A second, everything is done. You see that really helps. Like M-Pesa is a good technology, but the problem is it's not that efficient to some extent. Where when you go to a supermarket, you have to delay for some seconds by inputting the till number, the word, the pin, and stuff. So you are delaying. It makes the queue now delayed. But you have to pay. Just tap and then you go. It saves time now.
Yeah.
So tap to pay is another.
Still on the tap to pay option, precisely in buses. I've been in a situation where I had to ask the conductor to input the tail number twice. Because at the first attempt, there was a hang with my M-Pesa app. The next attempt, I input the wrong thing. That was my mistake. The third attempt, now things went rightly. So the minute you ask a conductor to do that twice, he now starts feeling issues. He's like, now this guy is too much. And in the case of just tapping to pay, we connected. It's a second. It's a microsecond thing, The minute I do that, we connected. I release funds. If I enter the wrong pin, without even him knowing, I just push my hand and then tap his phone, connected. Or there could be a gadget in the bus where you're just able to tap connection and then you connect on the place, you release the funds. Or you just scan. Yeah.
So does someone have to also have Nexuspay installed to experience these breathtaking features we're talking about?
Pardon?
I'm saying, does someone have to install Nexuspay on their phone to experience these features that we are conversing about?
Definitely need to have Nexuspay app set up on your gadget.
We have the web version also. I like the one you just.
Yeah, I'm actually checking it out. So, is there any other feature that we have probably missed out?
Yeah, we have. We are also adding. That one was not in the beta phase, but we also adding a payment link. If you've used Flutter, it offers something of the sort. So what you do is you just maybe you've done your job. This is mostly important to the gig workers, the gig economy and stuff. So what you do is after you're done with the job, you send a payment link and the amount that you wanna receive to the payer, and then the payer just sends the money. He just approves payment link. It's a concept that is not wide as of the moment, but Flutter, that is one of the unicorns in Africa. I've already implemented it, and also we are implementing card payments. We'll be implementing Visa and Mastercard so that you can use your crypto at a global level. You see the way M-Pesa, they have there, and also global Visa card. Yeah, so we are also going to implement that where your stable coins, you can spend them at a global level. You can just use your Nexuspay Visa card or your Nexuspay Mastercard to pay for anything online, as long as it's the card that the people they accept Visa and Mastercard. Yeah. So we have a couple of features that are coming up. Some we just we are still launching, so we can't come up with all the features at once. So that's why we brought in the simple features, the reason why this thing was built, and then now we bring now more better features. Now that appeals to the rest of the audience. Yeah.
So far.
Well, also another thing, I know guys will be like, hey, what if I have a button phone? and a USSD option is coming and the fitness option. Yeah.
So you're actually talking about some of the future developments. So you can as well just go on and talk about the future developments that we should look forward to, like the USSD for people with feature phones. That's one of them.
Future, but they are in development. They are not yet released.
Yeah, that's why I've used the term future developments.
Yeah.
That we should look forward to. So actually, we could actually talk about some of the future developments we can look forward to. One of them you have let me not use the term promised. You've said the USSD implementation, which will bring about inclusivity to people who are not privileged to own smartphones. Will there be some sort of loans probably in the future?
Yeah. Microloans, SMEs, and personal lending. We are like working on it, and this is going to be like really, really interesting.
Okay.
Well, hey, Hazard, I need you to answer this. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you're probably in a supermarket, right? And then in your mind you knew you had enough cash, right? And then when you're trying to make payments, you realize now you're less with cash. So in the microloans and the lending part, we'll have the option where you can just request somebody to pay for you. And then since Nexuspay is on the blockchain, there's an interlink between you and the person that paid for your product. Now, based on the agreement or the request option you made, you get to release funds or funds get auto-cashed to the person that paid for your product. Let's say there are options, like you're supposed to make payment in like 2 weeks, right? And then when it gets to that date, you had some funds in your Nexus account. It automatically gets auto-cashed. Or you could release the funds earlier before the deadline. And then, of course, there's always defaulters and stuff. So definitely there'll be defaulting, suitable way options to go with defaults.
So I'm really looking forward to those future implementations. So we don't want to finish everything because I'm looking forward to having you in the next series of calls. Now I just want to summarize the features that you have talked about that I find very amazing. The first one that has actually caught my eye is the scan to pay and tap to pay option, where you can just scan QR code and you pay. Though you mentioned NFC technology, so for a layman, I don't know what NFC tech is. You could talk about it in a few
short explanation.
Yeah, after
So, NFC technology, NFC in full is near field communication.
Okay.
So, in other words, it's like Bluetooth. When you use Bluetooth, you connect to your device, but at a close range, you can't use Bluetooth when you are 1 kilometer apart. So it's the same thing with the NFC technology. Is also close to range of it's just a few inches where you tap your phone. Is the tap to pay? It's the NFC technology is what brings the tap to pay feature. So what you do is you tap your phone to the NFC reader, and then it will read, because when you use the app, it will record your details to the NFC card. So it will just read, the NFC reader will read your details and then subtract the amount. And then what you do is just confirm the payment and everything is done. So it's just a communication protocol kind of.
Amazing. You talked about cross-border payments. Of course, we talked about that extensively. We won't waste time on that. Then the easy on-ramp and off-ramping, where it automatically converts USDC to the local currency, so you can pay whatever you want. Now, you also talked about yeah, this one is pretty sensitive, so that's why I want us to talk about it in a few seconds. The self custody, where so does Nexuspay kind of allow users to create their own wallet that they have self custody of, and
I know that. Let me elaborate on that.
and where does the private keys go to?
Yeah. So what we are doing is initially when you're using more EVM blockchains, that is Ethereum, Polygon, Arbitrum, so on, people are used to using maybe, let's say, example, MetaMask, where you get your private key. So the private key is like the password to the entire of your assets. But what happens is those who are called externally held accounts, they were controlled by private keys. That's why if you lost the private key, then you lost your assets if someone had access to your private key. So what happens with what you're doing right now, we are using smart contract wallets. We're not using the externally owned account wallets. We're using smart contract wallets. And smart contracts by themselves, they are code. So what you're doing, you're using the wallet that you're using is controlled by code. It's not controlled by private keys. So the point of account abstraction is you can use social logins. Now, for example, here we are using phone number as an identity attached to your wallet. So, and you can also recover. So it's giving like the normal Web2 like user experience without the user having to worry about their private keys. So what you do with account abstraction is we attach the phone number and we with the wallet with the smart contract wallet address. So the user, what we're using then we're using the external beyond accounts to sign the transactions. Also, we are adding some features like we are still exploring because it needs a lot of security and smart contract auditing. That is biometrical authentication, where you can use your fingerprint to sign transactions or to do anything instead of using passwords. Because right now you have to use your password maybe to approve a transaction to go through or to access your wallet. So we are exploring using biometric authentication, where you just use fingerprint or you use your face to authorize transactions. So account abstraction is controlled by code instead of private keys. That's why you don't see anything to do with private keys using Nexuspay. It's controlled by code. It's not controlled by private keys.
So my wallet is tied to my phone number or my email address. So if I want, so what happens if probably I lost my phone and I bought a new phone?
There's recovery methods. There are recovery methods. That's why it's controlled by code. So there is a logic that allows, we are going to add that where you decide what can recover your account. So if you lose it, like the same way you lose your email, you can recover it using another email. So the same way you can recover it using another phone number, or you can recover. We were optioning for using biometric authentication to recover.
Yeah,
so because
someone can
recover.
recover.
You have your fingerprint every time. Yeah. So you can use your fingerprint to recover your account.
That summarizes pretty much most of the features that you talked about, and they're mind blowing even to me. And so for the people who are checking out the video, this is just the interface. It's so simple. You just have send, receive, and pay, and it's very basic. Yeah, can you see my screen?
I'd actually love to add 250 worth of USDC to your Nexus account.
Yeah.
What's your number?
Is it real money? I'm so excited. Yeah. So I'm like now we are just demonstrating how to use Nexuspay. I'm just
Well,
giving him my phone number.
Share the number on my WhatsApp now so that I'm able
Yeah,
to
I've
send
typed
like
it on
the guys to see the convenience.
yeah, I've typed it on chat, but let me just type it also on my on your inbox. Yeah, so that's what's happening at Nexuspay, and there's so much that I'm looking forward to. I want to try to pay my bus fare using Nexuspay. I want to go to the supermarket and buy products using Nexuspay. I want to get a gig at Nexuspay so that they can pay me using crypto.
Another thing, Frank,
Yes.
Nexuspay, it's not just a payment solution. Nexuspay, it's more of a movement to push out for financial inclusion, to push out for a better crypto adoption. Nexuspay is also a platform. It's not aimed to just an app. We want to offer an infrastructure layer for third parties through APIs. Builders can also pay on top of it. Yeah, and we also open for guys bringing in diverse ideas on how we can revolutionize the financial industry globally, not just in Africa.
Yeah, and as we are talking about that, will Nexuspay probably open its doors to should I say liquidity providers, borrowers, and lenders? Is that something that is in the future development?
Especially the lending.
Okay. Yeah. So next time I have you people here, we will definitely talk about that. So could you also share your social media handles where we can check you out, like on X or?
Sure.
I'll put them on the episode description.
300 worth of USDC.
Yeah, let me refresh and see. I have to log in. Ooh, I'm so rich. Yeah, you can see, guys. Nexuspay has it's instant. As we were talking, they sent me the cash, and it's almost instantaneous.
And you know what, Azad, one thing we love about this is, okay, this is the first version of Nexuspay, and actually another version is coming out, and this is gonna be like
the UI is really cool.
Yeah, it's simple and direct.
This isn't simple. The one that is coming is more simpler and user friendly. This UI is beautiful.
I'm looking forward to it. Please take your time to
you're gonna love it, man.
To create it.
And you know what? It's based off the feedbacks that we've had. You know, we've done a beta and we had like over 2,000 paper that guys signing up for the beta. Now imagine the feedbacks that we've had from that. It's been crazy. And it's not right now it's not just about us thinking of a problem and working it out. It's about us consulting from our potential and end users and them and something actually solving their problem. So we've had so much feedback and we love it. And we are happy to be the guys that provide the solution. So Nexuspay to the what?
Yeah, Nexuspay. Do you have a motto so that we end this conversation in? Like
first, let's share our socials.
Yeah. So where can someone follow your works? Griffin, let's start with you.
On my Twitter, I'm on Twitter.
Nowadays it's called X for some weird reason.
So, I don't know. I think it was yesterday. I met with a guy and was like, oh, okay. I shared my Twitter. Okay, it was like, what's Twitter?
It was just being dramatic.
Yeah, so my Twitter is at Griffin for Dually.
No, this is a podcast. You can just say it. It will be easier for the watchers. So yeah.
GRIFFIN capital O BUOL. That's my Twitter. My LinkedIn is you can just search Griffin Software.
All right, I'll share your socials on the episode description. So let's go to Nashons and then Nexuspay.
For me, on Twitter, you can just type the yen in it, just like being anonymous. So
right.
That's why I've typed it on the inbox messages. But I'll change it to my real name.
No, there's no problem.
But on LinkedIn, I'm Nashons Agate. You can find me there.
All right. And
then for Nexuspay, it's for Twitter.
Yeah.
At Nexus_pay.
Following them right now.
Yeah.
I think yeah. Nexus_pay.
Yeah, that. Thanks for
fascinating.
Yeah. Just before that.
And is the web version available for public use? You can also tell us the Nexuspay
app.xyz.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think that's all for this podcast with Nexuspay. You can actually follow them at Nexus_pay. Follow me on X at Hazard Crypto. My other DYOR handle was blocked for I'm not sure why, but you can just follow my personal X for now. Yeah, and make sure to listen to our episodes on DYOR podcast show on all the podcast distribution channels, Spotify, AfriPods, all of them, Fountain, all of those distribution, and we are also available on YouTube right now. So thank you so much, Griffins and Nashons, for explaining.
Before you end, our tagline is seamless, stable, secure, swift payments.
Seamless, stable, secure,
swift payments.
Yeah, that's how we're going to end this conversation. Ensure you check out Nexuspay, where we have seamless, secure, stable, and swift payments. Yeah, goodbye from my side. See you in the next one.
Thanks, Azad, for the session.
All right.
Appreciate it.